Stands well. Set. Racing. First to leave the gates, Didira from the inside. Coming over very quickly, though, is Tiny Santini. And it burned them off and rushing forward as well as Lucky Fufu shortly after the break. Now about to be tacked, this pair here, by Celtic Grey. And Celtic Grey puts the foot on the accelerator and burned them all off to go clear. Settled down a length in front, being followed across here by The Rush, who strode to second. Tiny Santini third. Lucky Fufu quickly angles back to fourth. Didira, who was the first of them to leave, and now drifting back over on the inside. Going forward around them is Hush now, followed by the Revenge. The favourites back there, Awesome Rival, as they come down the side and come past the 500 metre mark, and towards the tail end is Master Safari. On the point of the home turn now, and Celtic Grey straightens up in front, about a length and a half clear from The Rush. Tiny Santini third. Lucky Fufu, Awesome Rival behind them, being urged along, followed then by Hush now. At the 200 though, Celtic Grey still in front, clear a length and a half. Didira, Lucky Fufu, Awesome Rival still can't get near them as Didira reaches the lead close to home. It's Didira. Didira doing better than Celtic Grey, Lucky Fufu, and Didira won it. Didira beat Celtic Grey, Lucky Fufu third. Awesome Rival was fourth. Then Tiny Santini. They were followed home then by Master Safari. Beat home The Rush, who weakened. Further back in the field then the Revenge, and Hush now had brought up the tail. So it's Didira who wins first up. Brad Parnham takes an early double. 9 Didira for the Fred Kersley stable. Wins on return. Hadn't been produced at trials at all. Didira jumped cleanly from gate one, but then all of a sudden there was tremendous pace and pressure coming, and it just continued to drift back into the field. Got back there worse than mid-bunch, but certainly has finished off the race very well. Brad Parnham strikes with a double in the early part of the day, beats Celtic Grey, Lucky Fufu, and Awesome Rival, which looked a bit grindy in the run to the line there after heads had turned. Didira by Safeguard out of Jinsky Magic for Judith Kersley. G. Hart, Mrs. J. Hahn, G.F. Hahn, G. Robertson, Fred Fairthorne, and Colin Brown at Magumba Park. And prepared by Hall of Famer F.R.K. and ridden by Brad Parnham, scored by one length in 1:12.91. They've run home in 34.97. And next, second and third, the numbers are 9, 13, 10 and 8. 9, 13, 10, 8. Official placings here. Celtic Grey showed an abundance of pace there to burn them off from its outside barrier. The Machino filly, she had pace to burn out of Pale, trained by Kieran McDonough and ridden by Joe Azapati. So she's come on greatly in that second up appearance this afternoon. And there in third placing, 10 Lucky Fufu. Jumped well, lobbed into a lovely spot for Jade McNaught, trained by Lulu Ciani, by Lucky Street out of Fufu the Snoo, and weighs in third spot for owner Lex Piper. 9, 13, 10, 8. The numbers here confirmed after the running of the third. The favourite goes down in Awesome Rival back in fourth placing. But this has been beautifully ridden, angled around heels, picked the runs off, presented forward, very forward first up without trialling at the 1200. And this filly by Safeguard opens up her account at start 9. The fourth, the Amelia Park Maiden over 1200 for Shotgun Rocker, comes out of the next. A field of 13 will run again at the 1200 as Britt Taylor joins us down in the yard. Didira comes back. Brad Parnham strikes early with a double after the first 3.
Does indeed. I have Fred Kersley with me in the yard. Fred, congratulations on the win of Didira. First up, no trial. Were you pretty confident that she's the type of filly that would be forward enough to not need an outing at the trials?
Yeah, look, I thought she'd go all right. I did say to Brad, like, she's more fresh than race fit, but she's always been a speedy filly, and I thought I'd take advantage of that and go in fresh, and she showed a good turn of foot.
Handy as a 3-year-old with West Speed, of course, being a Safeguard, that you try and make the most of these opportunities to get to the races before the season's up.
Yeah, sure. She's a quality filly, and last time I think I overdid her a little bit. She trained off, but we'll try and keep her on the fresh side and maybe, hopefully, get a result.
What were you thinking during the run? He was able to just angle off beautifully.
Yeah, well, everything happened for her. I thought she got back a little further because she won the start and then got back to midfield, and I thought, we're giving away ground we don't have to. But it all worked out very well, so those days to get lucky.
Sure did. Well done.
Thank you.
There is Fred Kersley after the victory of Didira, the Safeguard filly. As a 3-year-old, a West Speed Platinum horse gets the job done under Brad Parnham, who brings up a double in this early part of the meeting and was able to give it her a lovely ride today from barrier 1, as Fred mentioned, maybe a little bit further back than he had anticipated, but it worked out beautifully in the end with him able to peel off around them, and Didira did the rest.
It certainly did. It's been a nice day for barrier number 1 and Bradley Parnham as well. Fred was saying you were almost first out of the gates and ended up a fair bit further back than he might have thought.
Yeah, I jumped well, but I was wary that the horse hadn't had a trial, so I didn't want to use it too much early. I just letting it find its feet, and yeah, travelled really good into the straight and let down really well.
Top of the home straight, were you confident that you were on the right one?
I knew I had a bit there. I wasn't sure how much the one in front had, because it seemed to kick a little bit, but yeah, I knew we were going to run it down and sort of have a chance anyway.
Congratulations on the double. Best of luck for the rest.
Thank you.
Fred Kersley, Brad Parnham, they combine with Didira, who takes out race number 3 at Belmont.